Right, welcome guys. Match finished not long ago. Fulham 0, Arsenal 1. Another 3 points in the bag. Top of the league again. All we need is Manchester United to beat Liverpool tomorrow, and we stay top of the league. Well, actually, even if Liverpool win, we still be top of the league, but at least the points gap will be bigger if Manchester United beat Liverpool tomorrow. But let's talk about today's game, guys. Let's go. The first thing I want to talk about is the first half. Obviously, I was not impressed with the first half. I felt like the handbrake once again was placed on the Arsenal. Mikel Arteta again. I don't know if it's his tactics or he's just being cautious, because bear in mind, this is a team that we've been losing to the last couple of seasons. It's been tricky for us beating these kind of teams. So Newcastle in the last game, and now Fulham, those are teams that we previously, when we were mounting a title challenge, those are the type of teams we would lose against. The Newcastles, the Fulhams, the West Hams, whatever. Those are the type of teams we used to lose to. However, this season, we've beaten Newcastle, we've beaten West Ham, we've beaten Fulham. These used to be bogey teams for us, guys. Trust me. So, all in all, the first half, like I said, it felt like the handbrakes were on again. It seems like Mikel Arteta was trying to be more cautious this time around rather than last time when we played them when we lost. So I guess it's a good thing. I just don't enjoy watching Arsenal play like that, guys. I'll be honest with you. This whole passing it in the back, like between the back four, like Calafiori to Gabriel, to Saliba, to Timber, back to Gabriel, back to Saliba, and just constantly waiting for the other team to come and press. They don't, and then somehow they end up losing the ball. They were losing the ball a lot in the first half. The first half, Arsenal were being extremely sloppy. Now, you can come and tell me, why are you so negative? We won the game. Why are you not more positive? It's got nothing to do with that. I'm happy we won the game. I'm happy for the 3 points. I just don't like the way we played the first half. It's dangerous, guys. It was very dangerous. And if you go and see the highlights, you will see that Fulham, although not hitting the target, had a lot of chances too. They had opportunities. We kept giving the ball away. Eze once or twice. Gabriel here and there. Yeah, they put in the effort and they made up for it. Don't get me wrong. And I'm sad for Eze to come off at 60 minutes. But I wanted Trossard to get off. However, Trossard ended up scoring in the second half. But we'll get to that. So first half, I wasn't impressed with the way we played. But bear in mind, a lot of these players just come back from international duty. They all played a lot for their international teams. There's a lot of pressure playing for your country as well. So that as well has an impact. But yeah, first half, not impressed at all, guys. Not at all. It was very dangerous. We could have given 2 goals away to Fulham. We would have been 2-0 down and had to come back and try and score 3 goals in the second half. And I must say, Fulham's defense, they were outstanding today. Honestly, their keeper Leno as well, outstanding. I'm going to do the player ratings after this game. I'm not going to do the Fulham ratings, obviously, but if I did, I'd give Leno probably like an 8 or a 9. Honestly, I wouldn't give a man of the match, but their keeper done very, very well. Anyway, first half. So first half, we had a couple of half chances here and there. I believe Gyökeres had an outstanding chance. That was the best chance. That was our only shot on target for the first probably 60 minutes of that whole game. Gyökeres gets the ball. I don't remember exactly how he got the ball. I think it was a ball from Saka, but he controlled it and then just took an instant shot. So just 2 touches, 1 control, 1 to shoot. And as soon as he shot, Leno was there puffing his chest out and blocked the shot from Gyökeres. Unlucky for him. Gyökeres again didn't get his goal this game, guys. I felt very sorry for him. We're going to talk a bit about that afterwards, but let's just round up the first half. So in the first half, like I said, we didn't play comfortably. We played a little bit sloppy. We gave the ball away way too much. Yeah, we gifted them the balls at times. We did put them under pressure a few times as well. We could have had 1 or 2 goals. We didn't capitalize on the chances we had. I think we had maybe 4 chances or 5 chances in the first half. We only had 1 shot on target. So that tells you everything. Now, The second half, there was improvement. The second half, I felt like everything that I was saying to you guys, Mikel Merino said to them, okay, guys, we're going to finish with that. We're not going to do that handbrake football anymore. We're going to go on to the more attacking side and free-flowing football, which it slowly happened. So they kind of stopped doing that, just passing it among the back four and just started looking more forward. So I felt like the handbrake was lifted a little bit and we were able to shift into gear 3 and 4. Because that's the thing. I felt like we stayed in the second gear throughout the whole of the first half. We wasn't really pushing to go into gear 3, gear 4. Saka did once or twice, but him by himself is not going to push the whole team to go into 3rd or 4th gear. Second half, though, like I said, Mikel Merino had to talk to them, said to them, guys, come on, let's play our football. Forget what they're doing. Pass more forward. Don't just keep passing backwards. Don't just keep passing sideways. Try and create things. Go forward. Create chances. That's how we'll get the goal. So second half, up to about 60 minutes, nothing was really happening. A few chances here and there. Fulham were very dogged. They wasn't really giving us anything. Like I said, their defense, their whole team was defending for their life. Leno probably has had one of the best games he's ever played in the Premier League. So up to about 60 minutes, 65 minutes, we didn't get nothing. Then Eze, bless him, went off. Eberici Eze was our first change. He came off. Mikel Merino came on. Mikel Merino instantly made a change. A few minutes later, he headed the ball forward. I think it was towards Saka, maybe. But anyway, somehow he headed the ball forward. We got a corner from it. Saka took the corner. And Saka, the whole game, every corner, we was getting corner after corner. I think we had, at some point, we had like maybe 6 or 7 corners. But one of the corners, in the beginning, all the first few corners we were getting, they were either playing short corners to try and then cross it in a different angle, or it wasn't even going past the first post, especially Saka's corners. Now, I love Saka's set piece ability and his strikes of the ball and his deliveries. But Rice is better at the deliveries, guys. He is much better at delivering the ball in the box. However, Saka took a corner. This time it did go past the first post. And guess who was in the middle of the box or in the middle of the goal? Gabriel. But instead of Gabriel headering it in, this is how clever he is. You realize I'm not going to get the amount of energy and power to make the ball go sideways into the goal. So I'm going to flick it back and hope somebody's behind me. So Gabriel flicks it back from the Saka corner. And guess who's in the back post, like I kept on calling? Put the corners in the back post. And there he was, none other than Leandro Trossard. And bear in mind, I kept on saying I want him to come off. Because he wasn't having a very good game, guys. I'll be honest. Not his best games, but that's it. One goal changes everything. He got the winning goal. I wouldn't say it was a man of the match performance because it wasn't, but it doesn't matter because he got us to win the game. He got us the 3 points. So salute to Leandro Trossard. But yeah, every corner I kept telling Saka to get it to the back post. The first 5 he didn't. Around the 6th corner, he got it as far as Gabriel. Gabriel flicked it backwards and none other than Leandro Trossard was at the back post to tap it in, guys. So 1-0 to the Arsenal. So the rest of the game was pretty much just to see the game out. We tried to get another goal here and there, but there's 2 things I want to talk about this game that I found very strange. So Arsenal had 1 definite penalty shout and 1 penalty shout that was ruled out. So let me talk about it. So in the second half, at some point, there was a ball played, a through ball played to Gyökeres. Gyökeres touched the ball forward. Now, this is very strange, guys. I don't understand it. Gyökeres played the ball a little bit forward. The defender tried to tackle Gyökeres in the box and get the ball from around him. Gyökeres made sure that he couldn't get the ball. Instead of getting the ball, the defender took Gyökeres' legs out inside the box. Now, Gyökeres being the player he is and wanting a goal desperately, didn't immediately go down. He kind of went halfway down, but then I can reach the ball. But at some point he realized, oh no, what am I doing? I just got touched by a defender. I just need to go down. And he went down immediately. Now, to me, it's a definite penalty because the defender didn't get none of the ball, got all of the player, and it was a goal scoring opportunity. Yes, Leno was there, so it wouldn't have been a red card, but it would have at least been a penalty. Now, the referee said no. And guess what? VAR didn't get involved. Why did VAR not get involved? I don't understand. Every other situation, VAR gets involved. But with Gyökeres, now remember last time when we played, was it Nottingham Forest? Or was it West Ham? I don't remember. One of the early games we played, Gyökeres, same thing, was clear out one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Defender was behind him, tackled him. Somehow they said the goalkeeper got a touch. Who was that against again? I'm pretty sure that was against Nottingham Forest. Somehow they said that the goalkeeper got the smallest of touches on the ball, and they didn't give a they didn't give a penalty for that. This time, he got none of the ball and took the player out, and they didn't give a penalty, and VAR did not get involved. Explain that to me, right? Now, stop there before you try and explain it to me. Minutes later, towards the end of the game, Saka gets fouled by Kevin from Fulham. Now, when Saka gets fouled by Kevin, I shout, free kick. Because I thought he got tackled just outside the box or just on the line. But the ref didn't see it was on the line. So he blew the whistle for a free kick. But as the referee blew the whistle, I see him pointing at the penalty spot. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute. Was he in the box? So then they go to a VAR check for that one. For that penalty shout, VAR get involved. Now, I'm thinking they're getting involved to see whether Saka was fouled in the box or outside the box. Coming to find out that they're checking whether Kevin touched the ball or not. Now, this decision is super controversial because from different angles, you see different things, right? And my genuine belief is that Kevin didn't actually touch the ball. What happened was when he was lashing at Saka's feet, Saka's movement of his feet underneath the feet of Kevin made the inertia of the ball change into a different direction. I didn't see no touch from Kevin. However, VAR got involved. They didn't make the decision. They told the ref to go to the screen. The ref went and stood there for like 5-6 minutes looking at it. Now, I don't understand. If it's not a clear and obvious, then why is it taking so long for you to call the penalty? Anyway, eventually, doesn't give the penalty, so we don't get it. We don't get the free kick. We get nothing, and the game carries on. Now, this is my issue. Why did VAR not get involved with the Gyökeres penalty, and why did they get involved with the Saka penalty? Why did they get involved there? Just because they wanted to make sure that the refs see that the player touches the ball, but you're not reffing the game. That has nothing to do with you. You're there. If the ref needs your assistance, he will ask. The ref blew for a penalty. He saw that Saka got fouled in the box. But yet, what happened? VAR got involved in that one. So where was you guys with the Gyökeres one? Why didn't you talk in his ear then? Why didn't you say, yeah, no, definite penalty then? See, this is the inconsistency with referees and VAR and the absolute BS that's going on. And they actually wonder why Arsenal players start getting, conspiratorial. Like, why do they think like that? Why do they think the refs are against them? Why do they think VAR is against them? Why are they talking nonsense? Why are they deluded? Why are they this? Why are they that? Well, you go listen to all the pundits tonight, guys, and you come and tell me if I wasn't right. What happened today was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, we won the game. Yeah, we got the 3 points. Yeah, we're back at the top of the league. But that's not the point. We won this game. What if this happened in another game and we end up drawing or losing and we drop points because of VAR, because of referee? That has happened to us last season and the season before. Do you know how many players I've seen this season kick the ball away when the referee has blown the whistle and nobody gets a yellow card? But last season, Declan Rice and this person and that person, Lewis Kelly, Trossard, God knows how many players we got sent off incorrectly. But then this season, nobody's getting sent off. Nobody's getting told off for that. They're just doing it whenever they want. No referees getting involved. So where's the consistency in that? I don't understand it, guys. It really upset me. It's really annoying. And something needs to be done about that. Something definitely needs to be done about that. This is getting ridiculous, right? Anyway, let me finish this video quickly. I just want to do the... Let's do the player ratings quickly. We're only going to do the Arsenal ratings. Obviously, I'm not going to do the Fulham players. I'm just going to do the Arsenal one. And then I'm going to pick one player from the Arsenal team that I think deserved the man of the match. So let's start from David Raya. David Raya, again, doing his job. Strong between the sticks. Very clever, very intelligent. Didn't really have much to do, guys. I'll be honest. Like, you know, I don't think Fulham even had a shot on target. So there wasn't much to do. So David Raya, I'll give him an 8. You know, if he had more things to do and made more saves, probably a 9 or a 10. But he didn't have much to do. So I'm going to give him an 8. Then I'm going to go to Timber. Timber gets an 8 for me. Had an excellent game. Lost the ball here and there once or twice, but all in all, defended very well, very strong as usual, great touch, created a lot of play, so he gets an 8 straight away. Saliba, Gabriel, they're getting a 9 from me each. Saliba and Gabriel, again, their headers, their tackles, their defending, their awareness, their cover. Listen, man, these two are absolutely sublime. Fantastic. Unbelievable. That's what Gabriel and Saliba are. Let me say it one more time. Unbelievable. Now, Calafiori gets an 8 as well. Very similar to Timber. Pretty straightforward. Done his job. Bumped forward. Done the overlap thing. But lost the ball once or twice. But didn't have a bad game. Had a great game. So Timber and Calafiori both get an 8 from me. Saliba and Gabriel get a 9 from me. Eze gets a 7. Eze didn't have one of his best games. Didn't have a bad game either. Did lose the ball here and there. But the thing is, I think it was more to do with Fulham's efficiency. They had kind of made a triangle around our midfield in the center circle, which kind of blocked out Eze more so. I think Fulham were more so worried about Eze than they were about Rice and Zubamendi, because they constantly surrounded Eze. They did not want him to have the ball. They did not want him to have that freedom to play, which says a lot, which means how good of a player he is. So that's why he gets a 7. Not because he had a bad game. No, because Fulham was tactically aware of how to stop Eze from playing, so he couldn't get into his rhythm. So he couldn't really get a lot done. Hence why he got subbed so early. Well, not early, but he was the first to get subbed. So he gets a 7 out of 10. But like I said, guys, not that he had a bad game. Great game. Just they knew how to deal with Eze today. So he gets a 7. Then Zubamendi, for me, gets a 9. And Zubamendi is also my choice for player of the match or man of the match. Zubamendi, again, his passing, his awareness, you know, his dictating the play, the control. You know, we was running. Him and Rice were just running that midfield, like running it. I'm talking about even like there was not even a Fulham player that can come close to them. They were all over the place. Left, right, center, front, back, helping defending. You know how many times I saw Zubamendi and Declan Rice run back? It's really close between those two, I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to give Zubamendi a 9 plus man of the match. I'm going to give Rice a 9 as well, because he did play absolutely fantastic as well. His set pieces, everything, his deliveries, everything was on point. So Zubamendi and Rice get a 9 each, as it gets a 7. Trossard, look, his play, I'm going to give him a 6 for the way he played. Okay, that's the God's honest truth. I was not happy with him. If you see my stream from the beginning towards until he scored the goal. After a while, I just wanted them to come off and Martinelli to come. All right, that's the God's honest truth. But he ended up getting the goal and winning us the match. So for that, I'm going to raise him to an 8. So I would have given him 6. But because he got the winning goal, if he just got any random goal, I might have just given him a 7 instead of an 8. But because his goal was the winning goal, no one else scored. He gets an 8 for me today, guys, because of that. Because he made the difference. Because he did something. You know, he was there. He was available. He tapped it in. So yeah, definitely he gets an 8. But had he not done that, guys, I think he would have got the lowest rating today. He would have got a 6 from me, which is not really good. But I'm going to give him an 8 for getting the winner for us. Well done, Leandro Trossard. Now, Gyökeres. Gyökeres, I'm going to give him a 7. Gyökeres, I'm going to give him a 7 because, again, he did not get on the score sheet, but he didn't play badly. Had he got onto the score sheet, he might have got a higher rating, guys. But I feel like still, sometimes he gets the ball in certain areas where he doesn't need the ball, but then when he's in the right areas, he can't seem to get the ball, which is very frustrating for a striker because you want to get the ball. Like at one point, he was right in front of the goal, right in front of Leno. Leno saved the ball from, I think it was Eze, maybe. And instead of coming back towards Gyökeres, this is where he's very unlucky. Instead of the ball coming back to him and then ricocheting off of him and going into the goal or giving him the opportunity to take a shot, it literally trickled past him on the wrong side of him, not on his favorite side where he couldn't even put his foot out to try and control the ball or anything like that. So very small margins for Gyökeres. So once those small margins get closed, I believe there's going to be bags and bags of goals from Victor Gyökeres. But at the moment, it's just a drought. He's droughting. It's not like he's on 0, he's on 3. But the thing is that because Haaland is doing so great, it just makes it look 10 times worse. And if Sesko scores tomorrow for Man United and Man United beat Liverpool, it's going to make it even look worse for Gyökeres because we were in for Sesko as well. And we didn't get Sesko, we got Gyökeres because of how he was and how desperate he was to play for Arsenal, which we really liked, that kind of attitude. But it doesn't look good, guys. If everyone's scoring except for Gyökeres, it doesn't look good. But like I said, it's small margins with Gyökeres. Once he finesses those small margins and closes the gap with those small margins, it'll be goal after goal, and he'll be showering us with goals. No homo, pause. But until then, he's droughting, so I'm gonna give him a 7, purely for his all-round play. But yeah, that's how you get. But Saka, I'm gonna give him an 8 today. I'm not giving him a 9. He did play very well, but I think Sessegnon done a little job on Saka today. I think Sessegnon was great. He was at left back for Fulham, and he stopped Saka several times. He had him in his pocket. He annoyed him, took the ball off him, and Saka did give it back to him a little bit as well. Nutmegged him here and there once or twice. Ran past him once or twice. Out past him as well. But Sessegnon just had him in his pocket today, guys. He couldn't get much done. He had 1 or 2 shots, not on target. So he gets an 8, guys. Bukayo Saka gets an 8. So that's my player rating for everyone. Like I said, Zubimendi, Rice, Gabriel, Saliba are all on 9. Everyone else is lower than that. And Martin Zubimendi, for me, gets man of the match. I don't know who they have chosen. I don't know what the stats are. I don't know what the player ratings is from everyone else. Those are my player ratings. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed this review. 3 points for the Arsenal again. Top of the league again. Set piece again. Ole, ole. Set piece again. Ole, ole.